Hello, welcome to my channel, Midnight Oil Software. I'm Greg, and in this video I'm excited to announce a major update to my NInjaroids game. Now those of you who have been following my channel for a while will know that NInjaroids is a 2D Angry Birds knockoff that I've developed in Unity using hand-drawn art that I learned to draw from Mark Kistler. Some of you may remember Mark from his shows The Imagination Station and Secret City on PBS. But my wife and I took some drawing classes from Mark during the pandemic where he taught us how to draw some cute things like these Ninja Egg characters and other characters that I've incorporated into this game. In fact, this entire game is really a tribute to Mark and the things that he taught me how to draw. I also during the pandemic took an intro to game development course from Harvard through EDX. And I just decided to combine the two things, game development and drawing. And really this is a labor of love. That's really a tribute to Mark and all that he's taught my wife and me. In the previous video, I demonstrated some new levels that I added to the game that were really my grandson's idea. My 9-year-old grandson has come to me with several ideas for new levels for NInjaroids, as well as some interesting new power-ups and special abilities and puzzle-solving things for the game. But he had another idea, which is what this release is really going to feature. My grandson felt that this game needed to have mini games. So I've added a new level to the game called mini games. And in this mini games level, I've added 2 games so far. I've added my own version of Flappy Bird and also Asteroids. So I'll demonstrate those for you now. If we go into the game here, I added some new screens to our tutorial as well, just to help people know how they're supposed to play the game and how the power-ups work and so forth. And you can see the stage selection menu lets you choose the different levels that you've unlocked. Initially, when you run the game for the first time, only the Koala Kids level will be unlocked. And after you beat that, the Space Hamsters will be unlocked and then so forth. But after you've beaten the Pesky Penguins level, it will unlock the mini games level. Now, in mini games, I plan to have many more games. Right now, we just got my version of Flappy Bird, which I'm calling Flappy Egg, and my version of Asteroids, which I'm calling NInjaroids. I plan to add Frogger, Moon Patrol, Space Invaders, who knows what, but several more on the chopping block, and my grandson has some great ideas for those as well. But to start off, I'll show you Flappy Egg. With the mini games, they each have their own tutorial to show you how to play it. You can always disable the tutorial so it doesn't show it to you every time. Once you start the game, it gives you a countdown so you can get ready to start flapping. And as you, if you've ever played Flappy Bird, you know it's just a side scroller and you fly between these pipes. And the game will get faster and faster, and the gaps between the pipes will get smaller and smaller, and the offset of the gaps will also get farther away, making it more difficult to navigate. So I'm not going to play this whole thing. As you pass a certain number of pipes, you complete milestones, and it takes more and more pipes to complete successive milestones. And you need to complete 8 milestones to unlock the NInjaroids level, which I've already done. So I'm going to go ahead and crash here. So after you crash, it shows you how many milestones you completed and how many points you earned for that. Finally, NInjaroids. Now, I want to say something about NInjaroids. I put a lot of quarters into asteroid machines in the 80s. My best friend Kevin and I, we played Asteroids to death, and we both got quite good at it. And if I'm honest, I'll have to admit Kevin was quite a bit better than me, but we were both very, very, very good at Asteroids. And in the arcade version and on the computer, I'm also still very, very good at it, which I'll demonstrate here for a minute. But I'm going to show you another video clip of how I implemented this on the phone to make it somewhat playable on the phone, because I found that it's very, very difficult to control an asteroid style ship on a phone when you don't have a keyboard or the kind of buttons that you would have on an arcade cabinet. But let me just demonstrate the game here. Like Flappy Bird, it's got its own tutorial. On the computer, I'm using the Z and X keys for rotate left and right, and the N and M keys for thrust and fire. You get 3 lives to start with, and I don't award extra lives because this is just a mini game. It's not a full-fledged version of Asteroids. So once the game starts, my ship will spawn in the middle. I'm invulnerable for the first few seconds, just in case there's some asteroids that spawn in the middle, which they shouldn't, but just in case. So yeah, I can thrust, I can rotate, I can fire. And I think it feels like Asteroids. Of course, the graphics are much improved over classic Asteroids. You don't just have the line art. These are real nice textured sprites. And so I'm not going to play this for very long, but as you can see, I'm not bad at this. But let me show you what the real challenge was with this game. So the biggest challenge I had with developing NInjaroids was making it playable on the mobile device, like my iPhone. In the arcade, you've got buttons for rotate left, rotate right, thrust, and fire. You don't have a keyboard on a phone, so I had to come up with some creative ideas for controlling the game. The first control method I give them is a thumbstick. I'm giving them 3 options here to choose from. You see there's thumbstick, which is just a little thumbstick control. A chase reticle, essentially wherever you tap on the phone, the ship will rotate to face that direction and thrust towards it. So it'll follow your finger around the phone. And arcade buttons, which give you a button you can press for rotate left, rotate right, thrust, and all 3 options have a fire button. So I'll show you the thumbstick first. So you can see I can drag the thumbstick in the direction I want to rotate, thrust, or fire, and here's where I fire. Let me show you the chase reticle. So I have this reticle here, and wherever I touch on the screen, the ship rotates and faces that direction, and if I'm far enough in front of the ship, it will activate the thrust and thrust in that direction. And again, I can fire. And finally, the arcade buttons, and I'll set the phone down to do this. This is as close to the arcade experience as I can get here. I've got my buttons for rotate, thrust, and fire. And it's not quite like playing on the arcade machine, but it's as close as I could get on the iPhone. So I'm really curious to see what people think about these controls, and if they have any suggestions for any other control methods, I'd love to hear them. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that demonstration of the new mini games that I've added to NInjaroids, or I should say Ninja Eggs. And Ninja Eggs is available for free on the Apple App Store and on the Google Play Store if you have an Android. You can play it in your browser on itch.io, and you can also download it from itch if you want to play it on a PC. I'll probably put up a Mac version and a Linux version later as well. But I look forward to hearing your feedback and comments. If you don't mind, please click the like and subscribe buttons. It really helps me out on my channel. And let me know if you have any other ideas for what mini games you'd like to see me add to Ninja Eggs, and if there's any other features you'd like to see. Or I plan to do some devlog videos as well, showing how I implemented some of the things, like the different mobile controls, the setting screens, how I implemented my scoring and different things like that. But if there's anything in particular you'd like to see, please let me know in the comments. And thank you for watching, and have a great day.